Okay, so let me see. Now we are live coding, music streaming project. All right. So where am I? Yep. Okay, so the last time I was trying to see if I can use ChatGPT to help me with a rough draft of how can I can't hear myself. This is not working. Oh man. Wish. Okay. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Mute output. No. Monitor off. All right. So I wanted to design and develop a music streaming app service, but starting from an Android app. Um, and I wanted to develop and code all the project by myself. So all the design, development, and testing, and everything from start to finish is gonna be by only by me. So I wanted to see if I can do that, but my ADHD doesn't allow me to focus. Um, like I poured coffee for myself like 30 minutes ago, and I forgot to take a sip. Yep. So I thought, okay, I have a rough idea of what to design and how to do it, but since this would be my first time making a developing a music streaming app, and also I don't know where to where to start from. That's the honest truth. And um, my concentration issues don't let me to focus and to be right on track step by step. So I thought, okay, if I have a rough draft of everything, and like if I ask ChatGPT to write a step by step instruction for me, um, I can use it as a rough guide to start the project and go step by step and see if I can work it out and like start the project and finish the project, whatever it is. And this actually was, let me see. Yep, this was uh, continuation of my uh, chats with ChatGPT and my prompts and responses, and it started to like uh, give some um, code examples as well. So I asked many things and compared many programming languages, frameworks, um, methods, compared everything together to finalize my choices to start my initial choices to start the project. I might have, and I'll probably will um, change many things and redo many things as I go through the project. But for now, these are, as you see, these are examples, not real code. And so the last thing that we wanted to start was doing this. Open Spring Initializer to use Spring Boot. But then, a few days ago, um, Cloud AI released their new 3.5 Sonnet model. And I tried it actually to see if it has made any progresses or is it any good or not. So I asked ChatGPT to like summarize a prompt for me to see if I can ask Cloud AI to do exactly what I asked from ChatGPT about the project. So I said I want to design and develop a scalable music streaming platform that can be accessed from a web app, Android app, and iOS app, and as a solo developer. Can you provide step-by-step guidance on how to start this project and what tech stack to use for the backend to ensure scalability and ease of access from both web and mobile apps? I would like to handle all the design and coding myself, which is a very, very bold move and like um, not impossible. Nothing is impossible. After all, it's all coding, right? I don't know many of the things that's necessary to do that. It's not just like streaming, putting like a music file on the server and uh, write a streaming protocol for it. You know, using a play stop button. It's not like it's nothing like that. It's not as simple as that as it may look like to many people. Otherwise, um, there would be many. It's not a music player, you know. It's not just a music player. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, Otherwise, there would be millions of music streaming platforms by now. Even if even this thing that I'm gonna do, and I don't know if I can be successful at finishing the project or not, uh, is a very ambitious uh, endeavor. I don't know. It's very ambitious for me as a solo developer. Coding all of it is a huge undertaking, and finishing the project is one thing. Um, Running it is another thing. The whole business side of it is something else. A huge monster of a thing. Anyways, so my I can't move the camera, but my monitors are here, like at the other side of my desk, up. So I'm looking up. I'm not looking at God. I'm looking at gods, Chat GPT, and Cloud AI gods. I'm looking at my monitors, and this posture helps me to minimize my uh, neck pain, neck and back pain. Yep. So where were we? I would like to handle all the design, uh, and coding and project management by myself. So can you help me with this? Creating an architecture plan for the project, handling user authentication and data security for the platform, recommending a database solution for managing large amounts of music data and user information, setting up a server for the backend, implementing music streaming functionality, coding the best practices, coding. This the wording of it. Best practices for coding. Coding practice. Best coding practices. It should be like this. Best coding practices for the front for web, Android, and iOS app. Mm. I want. I wanted. I want to code it, and I want to produce some parts of the code using the chatbots. Um, but the this wording is a little bit two-sided. Coding that your best, or what's the best coding practice, or both. Well, designing a user interface that ensures smooth user experience, prioritizing prioritizing features for the initial version of the platform, addressing potential legal issues related to music streaming. Well, there will be, obviously. I my first intention was to do this for underground and unsigned artists and content creators. But well, many signed people will also use it, right? So we'll have to come up with a algorithm and use probably some um, third-party market services APIs from OSGAP, or I don't know, some record labels, big companies, and use their content ID system to make sure that like people aren't uploading copyrighted stuff into our platform, right? Or if they are, they do have the proper rights and permissions. Okay, so planning development timeline for the project. This ChatGPT didn't actually do. It didn't provide me any timelines. Well, it wasn't necessary, but it would be good. Mm. And selecting tools for version control and collaboration as a what collaboration? I'm gonna be a solo developer. Version control, yeah, GitHub probably. Testing the platform to ensure it's bug free and performs well under load. Yeah. Steps to launch the platform and attract users, gather user feedback, and continuously improving the platform, considering additional features to add after the initial launch, Additionally, how can I ensure that the system is compatible with scaling and adding video and fan base features in the future? Well, didn't I tell you that's a very bold move of me? Yeah, my thought was okay, if I try to start a music streaming or audio streaming, let's say, because um, people who use like who publish podcasts can use the platform as well, but it's not music, really, you know. So what if I wanted to add music? I mean, video streaming on a very later time and like add some fan base features like something like uh, other platforms are already doing, like I don't know, forums, message boards, subscription plans based on your like favorite artists, something like Patreon, but like combine Patreon with YouTube or combine Patreon with Spotify, something like that, if that makes any sense. To me, it does actually. Right. So this is Cloud AI's response. This is an ambitious project for a solo developer, right? But with careful planning and execution, it's certainly possible. Let's break down. One, creating an architecture plan for the project. And this is the diagram that Cloud AI has generated, which at the moment, ChatGPT does not do this. Okay, so let's click on the diagram to open it. All right, so the client layer, API gateway, application layer, and data layer. Web app, Android app, iOS app, probably later desktop app as well. I don't know, tablet app, whatever. But for now, we're gonna be doing this um, Android app. I mean, as the client layer, user interface, right? First, then the API gateway would be requesting service from the user apps to the backend. Authentication service, user service, um, music service, streaming service. This is what Cloud AI has come up with, which is good actually because it has separated the music uploading and like all those like metadata uh, info of each track album and whatever uh, separated from the streaming service because it has nothing to do with that. So users can like send their music to the platform to, and then after approval and like storage on the server and all that jazz, then uh, audience, listeners, fans, whatever, they can start streaming. So using the streaming service. And for the data layer, user database, uh, music database, and file storage. Yeah, again, they had the Cloud AI has separated the music database from this file storage because um, there are some files that are not related to users or to the music files. Um, but there are like I don't know, um, like the all the files on the backend and all the non-music files, basically, like album covers, playlists, mm, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's close it, and this is the code, which is a mermaid file. It's a very good thing to have actually. I wouldn't like you can download this and you can copy it or download it and open it in open the project. I don't want to like, but okay, whatever. Yeah, IntelliJ IDEA opens the dot mermaid files, and it actually helps a lot. Okay, so this, yeah, this is the full version. I hate this um, new menus of IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, so let me close it. Um, Suggestions. Huh. All right. Damn. Okay. I need to move this. All right. So let me close it. Yeah. So let me close this one too. Now, this architecture diagram outlines a microservices-based approach which will allow for better scalability and easier maintenance. The key components are client layer, Android, web, and iOS apps, API gateway, single entry point for all client requests. We'll work on that later. Probably we'll need more, but if that's what I understand. And microservices for various functionalities, which the application, which is the application layer. Okay, data layer, databases, file storage for users and music data. And second is the handling, user authentication, and data security. Use JSON web tokens, JWT for authentication. Implement HTTPS for all communications. Use bcrypt for password hashing. What's that? Password hashing. And implement rate limiting and input validation. Rate limiting. I'm not sure what this means. Is that something that has to do with the rate of typing, rate of submitting requests, probably. Okay, use OAuth 2 for third-party authentication, like signing up by using Google or Facebook. Probably I'll do that to at least Google. Um, Now on a side note, wondering if TikTok has like a authentication service so you can log in with your TikTok account. That would be nice, actually. Okay. For database database solutions for user data, PostgreSQL. I wanted to do this actually because I haven't worked on this much. So that would be a learning experience for me here. For music metadata, MongoDB. Mm, I used MongoDB, but I rather to use something else. Not that there's anything wrong with MongoDB, but yeah, let's see. For caching Redis, this would be also a learning curve for me. Setting up a backend servers, Node.js with Express.js for the API. I don't like it. Okay. Deploy a cloud platform. Deploy on a cloud platform like AWS or DigitalOcean. DigitalOcean is so familiar to me. DigitalOcean. Okay. I was thinking about AWS, but yeah, use Docker for containerization to ensure consistency across environments, which I was planning to use Docker and I've used it before. Okay, for music streaming, use HTTP live streaming protocol. We'll see. Implement adaptive bitrate streaming. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Use a content delivery network for better performance. We need to think about this. Front end, use React.js with TypeScript. I honestly I haven't done TypeScript before. I haven't used it before, so that's also a learning experience for me, which I must do. Use for the Android, use Kotlin with Jetpack Compose. I've done this before. Use Swift with Swift UI for the iOS app. Yeah, that's in the next phase because I'm I'm gonna be focusing on Android first. Implement responsive design for web. Okay. And then use a state management solution, Redux for web block for mobile. Then user interface design. See, the user interface design should be before the front end coding best practices, because you design a UI before you start coding the front end. Focus on intuitive navigation and minimal clicks to access music. Use skeleton screens for better perceived performance. Initial features to prioritize: user registration on authentication, music browsing and search, playlist creation and management, basic playback controls, play, pause, skip, seek, offline mode for mobile apps. Yeah, the offline mode is something that I want to use. I want to include in the mobile apps, but it depends. I want to give this ability to artists to make their music available online or not. So they have the choice to make it available online or not. And there are some repercussions and consequences for that. We'll talk about later, but we'll make sure that it's secure enough. But again, when it's offline, you never know what happens. But it definitely is a good feature. Okay, then the legal considerations. Research and comply with copyright laws. Yeah, implement DRM, obtain necessary licenses for music distribution, create clear terms of service and privacy policy, and then it has included the development timeline, which is something that Cloud AI did, but ChatGPT did not. And let's click on the diagram. Okay, this is the timeline, which is not very readable here. I mean, the timelines, the dates are not very readable here. However, I'm zooming it. It's still doing the same thing. And I can't move it. But when you click on the code, you see here the list and section planning, architecture and design started July 1st. It takes 30 days. Looks like it. Legal research started July 15th. It takes 15 days. Section, this is the planning. Okay, now the section backend development started August 1st. It takes 14 days. Then user authentication, it takes 14 days starting August 15th. Then music service, it takes 30 days streaming service, it takes 30 days. Then the front end, the web app takes 45 days. The Android app takes 45 days. The iOS app takes 45 days. Testings for the back end and front end and integration testing each takes 14 days. Then the launch preparation takes 7 days. Then there's a milestone that is beta launch. Okay. Then we will gather feedback starting January 3rd of 2025 next year for a month. Then improvements for another month, and the official launch, which is the second milestone, is March 4th of 2025. So this is really good, actually. I mean, I would be thrilled in the seventh heavens skies if I can start and finish this project by March of the next year. But there are some things that we need to do, and these are the milestones. Okay, I need to add some milestones actually each in each section, because when we are done with some things like the backend development, that's a milestone for itself. When we are done with the Android development, that's another milestone for me personally. As a solo developer, testing is another milestone. It's uh, uh, yeah. Anyways, this is the list, but it would have been very better if I could uh, use this. Let me see if I download it. This is a mermaid file too. If I open it here, open the project. Yeah. How can I import a file into? Hmm. I hate this minimized menus of IntelliJ. Okay, let me see. Yep, right here, development timeline. Let's save it here. Ah, what are you doing? Sorry about this. My mouse is glitching. Yep, move it. Okay. Now, obviously, we are not on July 1st yet, so this is the Gantt chart that looks like a uh, waterfall, but it's definitely not like this at all. I mean, it's not gonna be as easy as this, but still better than nothing. Okay, so let me close this one too. Right. Okay, so this timeline spans approximately 8 months, which is still it Cloud AI actually says it's ambitious for a solo developer. I agree completely. Adjust as needed based on your availability and skills. I am available, except when I'm gonna be fishing and camping. Um, Version control and collaboration tools. Git for version control, GitHub for repository, Trello for project management. Mm, I'll probably use Trello or Jira, or maybe both of them. Time tracking tool like Toggle. I haven't used Toggle, but I'm gonna try it because if I find that good time tracking tool that will help me with my ADHD and uh, help me with not getting distracted, help me with reducing distractions, and staying on the timeline as much as possible. That would be good. I'll have to check it out later. Then the testing, unit testing, or JavaScript, TypeScript testing, implement integration test, JMeter for load testing. Okay, I haven't. Actually, I did use it once or a couple times, I guess. Implement end-to-end testing with tools like Cypress. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if I've used this before or not. Start with a closed beta for early feedback. I'll definitely have to look up into that. And I know we I have a list of art artists in my mind that I'm gonna be sharing this service with. I'll just have to ask them to see if they're interested to help me test it or not. Okay, where were we? Oh, create a landing page to gather email signups. Well, yeah, for the platform launch, we will have that, but email signups, I don't know about that. Implement analytics to track user behavior. Um, I actually am trying. I mean, not try, I haven't tried anything yet, right? But I'm thinking about doing this tracking user behavior in the apps as an anonymous form of behavior behavior tracking. What behavior? Like clicking, music listening, or pausing, or which all albums they use, what times, um, what dates, what days of week, all that stuff. I mean, uh, those have nothing to do with like each user specifically. Um, it's just a general data collection to help to figure out what works better and what works not, and doesn't have any other usages. And I'm not gonna be. I'm not planning to uh, abuse my users just like advertising companies like Google and Microsoft or Facebook. Meta. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Um, where is it? Prepare a marketing plan. Yeah, consider a freemium model to attract initial users. Um, as of right now, I haven't set a subscription plan or anything 100%, but I'm trying to. We'll try different models, mm, different plans, let's say, to see which works best. And we are. I'm I'm planning to um, offer more options to users, right? So they can choose. They want to watch ads, hear ads, or click ads. They want to. The artists want to offer it totally free to their audience, or they want to sell their music, right? Or do they want to sell it as a one-time transaction, or do they want to offer their singles or albums as a subscription-based system? Mm. So we're gonna try different things to see what works and what works better. Um, but in my mind, right now, I'm thinking of offering more flexibility to users and to artists um, than other platforms. Gather user feedback, implement in-app feedback mechanisms, use tools, in-app feedback. Yeah, use, but not like surveys or anything like that. No, use tools like Hotjar for user behavior analysis. I have not used this before. Conduct user service survey. Um, we'll talk about this later. Monitor App Store reviews and ratings. This will be definitely a huge part of our after post launch. Then additional features for future considerations. So social features, friend connections, sharing, which will definitely will work on that. Personalized recommendations. That's gonna be from the start actually. Maybe not from very first release, but yeah, probably the second release. Lyrics display, absolutely. Podcast support, yeah. Uh, Actually, the lyrics display um, will be in the first release. Artist pages and fan interactions. Yep, this is what I'm gonna include in my platform. This is something that Spotify does not have as of today. I don't know, maybe later. To ensure compatibility with scaling and adding video and fan-based features, design the database schema with extensibility in mind. Use a microservices architecture for easier feature addition. Implement a robust API versioning system. Use cloud services that easily scale. Yeah, AWS. Design UI with modularity in mind to easily add new sections. I don't know. And implement a flexible user permission system. I don't know what it means by that, but okay. Remember, this is a complex project for a solo developer, right? Starting blah blah blah, small scope and gradually expanding, prioritize core features and be prepared to adopt your plan based on. Okay, so now let's close this. I asked this question from ChatGPT for right? Actually, there's no, and it responded with these. Text below. Please. And analyze it and tell me if the current plan that you generated is better or worse than GPT's response, and suggest improvements. Based on yours and ChatGPT's response. Right? Let's see what it says. Let's just copy it. right, so this is it. This is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be using both actually. This is good. Okay, so I copy pasted the ChatGPT's responses for Cloud AI and asked to review and analyze them and suggest improvements to the plans and come up with a plan um, based on both ChatGPT's response and Cloud AI's response. So it says, I've reviewed the documents provided from ChatGPT's response and compared them with the plan I generated earlier. Both approaches have their merits, but I believe we can create an improved plan by combining the strength of both. Here's an analysis and suggestions for improvement. It says for phased approach. Yeah, I agree that phased approach is better because you can do it step by step, right? Both plans are use a phased approach, which is good. However, ChatGPT's response provides more detailed phases, which I like actually, including separate phases for video streaming and fan-based system integration. This is an improvement we can incorporate. Then the second is the technical stack. It says Cloud AI's plan used Node.js with Express.js, which, yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, for music streaming, it's, I don't know. I'd rather not use that. I wanted something that I can make it more scalable and big, you know. While ChatGPT's response uses Spring Boot, both are valid choices, but Spring Boot might offer more robust enterprise level features out of the box. We could consider using Spring Boot for the backend services. Containerization and orchestration. Both plans mention Docker and Kubernetes, and which is excellent for scalability. We should keep this approach. Then detailed coding examples. Response provided more details code examples, which I don't care because I don't want the code examples. I want full functional code that I will write, and I will get some parts of it from GPT or Cloud AI or anywhere else. Especially for the authentication service, this level of detail is beneficial. Blah blah blah. Database choice is my plan suggested using PostgreSQL, MongoDB, while ChatGPT response was on PostgreSQL. We could stick with PostgreSQL blah, blah, for simplicity, but keep MongoDB as an option for specific services that might benefit from a NoSQL approach. For the mobile app, my plan included more details on Android app development using Kotlin and Retrofit. We should keep this aspect in our improved plan. Yeah, I agree, actually. Because anyways, we can always have a combined approach of using Kotlin and Java together, and I've done it before, and it's kind of exchangeable at some points. Where was it? Yep. And payment and ad system integration. ChatGPT's response provides more details on integrating payment systems like Stripe and ad systems like Google Ad Mob. This is valuable and should be included in our improved plan. So this is the improved plan. Let me see. Okay, this is the improved plan. So this improved plan incorporates the best specs of both approaches. It provides a more detailed and comprehensive roadmap for developing the music streaming platform, including advanced features like video streaming and a fan-based system. It also maintains the focus on scalability and best practices in microservices architecture. The key improvements include more detailed phasing, allowing for better project management and milestone tracking. Yeah, as I said, it Cloud AI's milestones were at the launch, but I want milestones from each important part after like each important part of the project is finished. That's called a milestone, right? Milestone. Um, Adoption of Spring Boot for backend services, which may provide more robust features, detailed plans for um, integrating payment and ad systems, inclusion of video streaming and fan-based system as separate phases later. We'll probably have the we'll most probably have the fan-based system way before the video streaming, if ever. More emphasis, uh, More emphasis on testing and deployment strategies. This plan should provide a solid foundation for developing a scalable and feature-rich music streaming platform. As you progress through each phase, you can refer back to the detailed code examples provided in ChatGPT response for implementation guidance. All right, so let's see the improved um, yep, the improved music streaming platform project plan. Core functionality, mobile app development, containerization and orchestration, payment plans integration, ad system integration, video streaming fan bits. Yeah, we'll we will do the fan base system before the video streaming because I want this to happen before video streaming. Video streaming is a huge undertaking and adds a lot tons of data usage and data transfer uh, to the services and has its own hell of problems. But we need fans before that. Then the advanced feature and optimization, analytics, sharing, which we'll have to work on this because we need to do these before even other ones. So this needs work and probably is on phase 6, 7, 8, and testing and deployment. All right. Okay. So let me see. So let me see. Yeah, we're still clear on our my voice. Let's see what we can do. What should we do now? now I want to be able to start the project actually. So going back to here, let's ask Cloud AI, can you let's say this. I want to work on the fan base features before rolling out the video streaming features. On the analytics and advanced features. And fan-based features before rolling out the video streaming features, because I think it's a very large undertaking and requires a lot of data transfer and infrastructure preparation and budgeting. Can you update the project plan and timeline based on timeline this approach also. What do you think if you find these changes a positive approach? Please update the timelines. Okay, let's see what it says. You're absolutely right. Prioritizing analytics, advanced features, and famous smart approaches allows you to focus on enhancing user engagement, improving the core music streaming experience, and potentially generating more revenue through the fan base system. This approach can also help you gather valuable data and insights that will inform your video streaming strategy when you're ready to implement it. Okay, so this is the plan. Continuous process to yes, but you didn't generate a timeline diagram. I need that diagram and also a Scrum agile approach for the whole project diagram. Let me see what it says. You're absolutely right. Apologies for missing that crucial component. I created both a timeline diagram and Scrum agile approach diagram for the project. Start with the timeline diagram. music streaming. This is the, let me see the code. It says January 1st. Why are you doing this from January 1st? Okay, let's say, why did you start the project? Timeline from January 1st. Change the start date to July 1st. And consider that I will do the entire project all by myself as a solo developer without help of anyone else other than you and ChatGPT. Let's see what it says. Oh, I apologize for the assumption about your certainty. You're absolutely right. To point that out. I know, okay. Okay, let's say. Ooh. It changed so much. 16 weeks for the core functionality, 16 weeks for the mobile app, 8 weeks for containerization, 8 weeks for the payment system, 8 weeks for ad system, 12 weeks for analytics, 16 weeks for advanced features, 16 weeks for fan based system, 12 weeks for platform optimization, and 8 weeks for streaming. This is a joke, man. Okay, but anyways, it says change it as you wish. Okay, this is AI assistants ChatGPT. It included itself and ChatGPT too. Support and guidance. I appreciate your support and guidance. Product owner, developer, me. Um, Backlog refinement, product backlog, week sprint cycle, week sprint planning, sprint backlog, daily progress check, development work, sprint review, retros. Okay, this is just a. It doesn't have to do anything with. It doesn't have. And it's not related to the project. It's just. Okay, now let's say we want to plan and fill out all the generate tasks and backlog for all the sprints from for the whole project from the beginning to the end. Can you generate them using the timeline? You This is huge. I'm not. I don't think it will do it, but let's see what's gonna be its response to. Let's say we want to plan and generate tasks and backlogs for all the sprints for the whole project from the beginning to the end. Can you generate them using the timeline you generated earlier and include diagrams for each sprint? Include separate diagrams for each sprint. Okay. I guess I need to do something, but let's see. I need to subscribe to. I need to upgrade my plan. Okay, I'm back. Mm, Let me see. Let's see if it's doing that. Yep. Okay. Certainly, planning tasks and backlogs for all sprints for of this extensive project is a huge segment of taking. Given the project's scope and duration, we'll need to create a high-level backlog for each phase and then break it down into more detailed sprint backlogs. Let's start by creating a high-level product backlog for each phase. Then we'll break down the first few sprints in detail. For the sake of brevity, I'll provide um, detailed sprint backlogs for the first phase and then give you an example of how to continue this process. Okay, I need to turn on my TV actually. Hey Google, turn the TV off.
Got it. But first you'll have to unlock your device. Got it. Turning off the MMTV.
Okay. Sprint 1 Kanban board. Let me see. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to uh, create a will be right back video because I need to go eat actually. It's 3 p.m. But I'm gonna continue after lunch.
Taking a quick break, but fear not, I'll be right back in a jiffy. Stay tuned, the stream will resume shortly. As we step away for a moment, immerse yourself in the tranquil beauty of nature, where flowing
This
streams
is
and
so
swaying
stupid.
trees soothe the soul. And when the night sky unfolds, watch as twinkling stars form musical notes and coding symbols, blending art and technology seamlessly. As the sunrise beckons, let the musical notes rise like the sun, and coding symbols merge with the scenery. So relax, enjoy the harmony of nature, music, and code, and I'll be back before you know it.
This is so stupid. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. and staying on the timeline as much as possible. That would be good. I'll have to check it out later. Then testing, unit testing, or JavaScript, TypeScript testing, implement integration test, JMeter for load testing. Okay, I haven't. Actually, I did use it once, or a couple times, I guess. Implement end-to-end testing with tools like Cypress. I can't remember if I've used this before or not. Start with a closed beta for early feedback. I'll definitely have to look up into that. And I know we I have a list of art artists in my mind that I'm gonna be sharing this service with. I'll just have to ask them to see if they're interested to help me test it or not. Okay, where were we? Oh, create a landing page to gather email signups. Well, yeah, for the platform launch, we will have that, but email signups, I don't know about that. Implement analytics to track user behavior. Um, I actually am trying. I mean, not try, I haven't tried anything yet, right? But I'm thinking about doing this tracking user behavior in the apps as an anonymous form of behavior tracking. What